That's why I say, set yourself a new standard. Don't measure yourself against the standards that society have set for you up until this point. Up until this point, up until the point where you came across the Dhamma, that would have been fine because it mattered not which option you took, right? If all roads lead you nowhere, does it matter which option you take? If there's no way out of a maze, just imagine you were just dropped from the sky into a maze that has no exit. Okay? Now, does it matter which way you go? Whether you go left or right, north or south, would it matter? No. So, until you came across the Dhamma, it mattered not which option you took. So, don't you regret, oh, I wanted to be an engineer, but I ultimately became a teacher. Regret. No, those are not the things to regret. Because it wouldn't have mattered which one you took. Yes, you might have had a few more pennies in the bank. You might have had 3 cars instead of the 2 that you still have. Your house would have been 3 stories instead of the 1 story that it is today. But at the end of the day, you're going to leave all that behind. So, who cares? Why does it matter how much you have if you have to leave it all at the end? So these are not the things you have to regret. Let's make sure we teach our children the same as well. Sometimes people go and jump off a bridge because they just couldn't get through medical school or get into medical school. They go jump off a bridge because the A-level results weren't good enough. They wanted to get to med school, but now they can't. Now they have to do something to do with arts or something else. They have to go do bioscience now. They want to do medicine. Now they go jump off a bridge. Does it matter which one you take? If your goal is simply until the end of this life, then perhaps it matters. But this is just a bat of an eyelid. That's how long this lifetime is. The bat of an eyelid in comparison to your samsara. How much is 1 compared to infinity? How big is 1 compared to infinity? If you're infinitely in debt and I give you 1 rupee, does that make you happy? You can't fathom what I'm saying. Okay, you're $1 trillion in debt. Say now countries, they get into debt, right? So much debt, trillions of dollars in debt. Right? I walk up to the treasurer and I say, here's my 5 rupees. Keep it. Use that to pay off the nation's debt. What do you think they're going to do for me? They'll give my 5 back and another 5 and say, use this to get back home on a bus. They're like, are you nuts? 5 rupees is not going to do anything. We are $1 trillion in debt. So you get that, ladies and gentlemen. So what I'm saying is, don't set your goals for the end of this life. People often think that, career planning, these are the important things in life. Plan my career. Your career ends even before you die, right? If you live up to 70, what's the retirement age now? 60 for now. Yeah. In another 10 years' time, they'll say it is 70. And then another few years' time, they'll say it is 80, and then you won't live that long. So your lifetime reduces, but the time before which you are allowed to retire increases. We have to set ourselves some new targets, ladies and gentlemen. Set ourselves some new standards. But this is only your personal standards. When you're out in society, when you're out with people, you're out in the public, you have to conform to the standards that they set for you. That must not change. If they recognize that you're different, remember, that difference people don't like. Remember at school, There was one guy in the class who was shorter than the rest of them. What happened? What happened? He got mocked, got ragged, got abused, bullied. Yeah? There you go. People don't like differences. So if they see that you are different to them, if they recognize, if they identify that you are different to them, then you're going to become the victim of society. And then the people will make life difficult for you. If you're still at work, perhaps, if they recognize that you are very religious, right, then they might not give you that promotion that you need. You're good in every other way, but they will not give you the promotion that you need because they're going to think, well, this man's a religious man. He's only committed to his religion. He's committed to his spiritual liberation. Why should we give him a promotion? He's not going to care about the company. He's probably going to leave. That is possible. There are some places where people are wise, people are intelligent. There are some places where the managers, the supervisors, the seniors, they're more sensible than that. They encourage people to follow their own faith, their religion, and so on, right? And they wholeheartedly and warmly welcome and accept that. They embrace that, in fact, because they understand that a religious man, he doesn't sin, so he's not going to steal from the company. They understand, they appreciate that, and they're not going to have quarrels at the workplace. They're not going to have fights at the workplace because they're going to be able to get over any hardship, any heartaches, and so on. They're not going to get stressed out because they have a superior truth to which they can aspire to. But that's not everywhere. They're few and far between. So when you're out there, remember, this is your natural habitat. Out there, outside these four walls, by these four walls, I simply mean outside the community that you are. If you at home, you're all like this, then that's fine as well. If you're all practicing the Dhamma, then it's fine as well. Remember, the Dhamma changes you. There's no secret about that. The Dhamma changes you because the Dhamma changes the way you think. If you are the way you think, then the Dhamma changes you.